it's Theresa and I am back, surprise, right, with another video, part of a collab we're going to talk about in a few minutes. So I'm starting off with a tulip and I'm just going to spritz it down with water. Now this was sent to me from Woodpecker Crafts. I'll have them listed for you below. I've got like a 5% off code if you are interested in checking them out. They make really nice wood pieces, highly recommend. And I am just, like I said, giving it one good coat. Oh, I didn't say that. I did the water first so I could give it kind of more of like a washed look. I'm doing the yellow maize and then I actually do green on the bottom. I do a shadow sage. And now I'm coming in with my Chalk Couture transfer. This one is called Etched Butterflies, and I believe right now it is out of stock, which is so sad because it is so gorgeous. But there's a lot of different ways you can get the same look with the writing like I'm doing right now. What I am doing is I am taking the chalk paste in the color Storm, wiping it all on, and then taking off the excess and peeling back. And I did a little happy dance right about this second. You can't hear it because it's muted, but I was doing like a little happy squeal because I loved the way it looked. And once I am done with that, we're going to take a little bit of, it's not watercolor paper, it's mixed media paper. I tried doing something similar with watercolor paper and it had too much texture. So if you would like to do something similar to this, that it would be my recommendation is to find some mixed media paper. I'm taking two different colors. The first one was rose gold, or excuse me, shimmer rose gold. And now this next one is going to be shimmer orchid. And they are such pretty colors. These are really great like summer colors, especially that orchid color, super pretty and very glitzy and sparkly. Who doesn't like sparkle, right? So on this, I am going to make a little butterfly. It's actually another part of that same transfer. Now, even though they're not available right now, definitely keep a lookout. I believe they're supposed to be coming back in stock early part of next month, if I remember right. But there's tons and tons of great things that you can check out. And as you are watching this, there was just a summer release, so there's tons of new stuff available right now. So I did chalk on to that paper that had dried, and I'm doing the same color, that same Storm color, and then what I'll do is I'll cut around it tirelessly and then I am going to take this little skewer, cut a couple little pieces just so I can give my little butterfly something to sit on so that it's not sitting flush onto the top of the tulip. And I'm going to actually just glue those two pieces together. I think I'm trying to remember if I glued it to I think I glued it to the butterfly? Yep, I glued it to the butterfly first, and then I glued the second piece onto that. I wanted a little bit more height than just what one piece would give me. And once we do that, I'm just going to, like I said, glue that right on to the tulip. And just to give it a little something extra, you know, it's like a cute little pink butterfly, a little yellow tulip. I mean, how much more perfect for spring can you be? And once that's all done, I'm doing a happy dance again. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to get this bucket that I got from the Dollar Tree. It is pretty new. I was fortunate enough to find one. And I took this really large sponge. I hate floral foam. I have a bunch of it because I bought a bunch of it at one point in time, but I hate floral foam. So whenever I can use something else, I usually do. I'm going to add a pretty fair amount of hot glue onto the back. And I've got that same skewer that I cut pieces off of earlier, I believe. Nope, it's probably a thicker one. I think I did. Yep, I got a little bit of a thicker one. And I will just set it there for a minute so it'll set up. If you let it go, the weight of it will pull it down. But I'll let it sit there for a minute, added some moss, and there it is. It's ready to go. It's so cute. You will have to let me know down in the comments what you think. So today's video is actually part of the Bloom with Grace playlist I am co-hosting along with Brenda from Monner's Market, and our flower is tulips. So our host Brenda, she and I have been friends here on YouTube for a little while, and she is absolutely the sweetest, kindest person that you'll ever meet. She does all kinds of farmhouse videos and some shabby chic. If you like my style, trust me, you're gonna love hers. We're gonna jump back into our projects, and I have this little round wall decor, I guess. And I am just going to take off the family part with this little spatula. It's actually one of those Dollar Tree ones. I recommend the little spatulas. I do not recommend the weeding tools, by the way. I do apply my heat gun to it just to loosen up some of that adhesive. It was really stuck. I did sand down front and back. I am not terribly worried about it being completely smooth, so I didn't go to the trouble of making sure all of the paper was gone. And I didn't want to use the back because I'm lazy and I don't want to worry about the drilling a new hole for the hardware. So then I actually went on and designed this really pretty little ring. It is actually straight off of Canva. I will leave it linked for you below as a little download, and it's kind of like these really pretty watercolors. Isn't that really pretty? Tulip watercolors. I told you I think on my last video that I'm kind of obsessed with watercolors right now. So I'm just going to take some Mod Podge and I will just adhere it to the surface. I did paint it white real quick, a little coating of white paint, just so it has a nice bright background for it. And that is also printed on tissue paper. So you get a little bit of time to work, but not a lot. You can't go crazy. And I ended up with a lot of wrinkles in it, and it's okay. I'm going to show you real quick in a minute how you can kind of fix that. But I'm going to do 2 different sections. You can do it that way, or you can just slap it all down and put it all on all at one time, depending on how big the image is. All just kind of depends on your project, right? That's how things go. We have to adapt to whatever it is we're making. But I'll make sure that all of my edges are nice, and be careful when you're rubbing because you can easily rub too much. So now I've got a piece of parchment paper and my little Cricut mini press to smooth out some of the wrinkles and make them a little less noticeable, I guess. You can do this easily with an iron because it gives you basically the same principle. Just don't put on the steamer. But this is what I have. It's in my craft room. It just is handy, right? So now I have these couple of little wood cutouts that I got from Joann's, and I saw them and I'm like, that is the perfect thing. I am first though going to remove the excess tissue paper all around the perimeter, and I did the butterfly in the color Maize and Bloom in the color Shadow Sage. And I'm taking some Distress ink and this little spongy applicator doohickey, and I'm just going to apply that all around the edges. See, I can make a project without any antique wax. I'm sure a lot of you probably didn't think it was possible. Probably me either. But I'm going to do that to both of those wood pieces just to give it a little bit of that more rustic touch, give it a little bit of depth and dimension. Why not, right? Once that's done, I am just going to go ahead and glue everything together. I'm going to glue the bloom on top of the butterfly and then the butterfly on top of the round. It's just, you know, piecing things together. I thought that this layered approach kind of left it really nice. Originally, I had a little quote in the middle, but it didn't print very well. I don't know if my printer just decided it did not like that or what. And I mean, again, I printed it on tissue paper, so sometimes you run that risk. You have to make sure that you've got everything really smooth when you're taping it down. But like I said, things just kind of end up the way they're supposed to, because I really like how it ends up with the butterfly and the bloom. I think it's nice, kind of goes along with the whole theme of the video. And here it is, all finished up. Super cute, perfect little thing to kind of add to your spring decor. Now on to our last one. It's a really quick one. I've got this little box from Hobby Lobby, and I probably got it like 90% off. I think the original price on it was like $14, and I was like, whoa, that is excessive. I did coat the whole thing in that white paint, white Adirondack from Folk Art, and I'm taking some napkins. By the way, we've got a napkin exchange coming up that I'm co-hosting. Keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I am removing one of the plies, and I'm going to do one of these squares kind of in each one of the squares. I know, it's like, how do these ideas come to me? I am going to use not decoupaging. I am going to decoupage, but I'm going to use some Mod Podge. This one is specifically for paper. I was like, well, let's see if it makes a difference. Did it make a difference? I actually tore a piece of it as opposed to normally I don't. I don't know if I just didn't apply as much as I normally do. I don't know. I'll have to try it out again and see if it felt like it helped make things better. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Do you feel like the different types of Mod Podge do different things better, or are they just renaming basically the same thing? So I applied that, like I said, to each one of these little spots. I'll apply it all the way around, sand off the excess just like before, and add a little bit of wax. I did some wax on this one, and show it just with a little cute little quote because I'll add some pictures later. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the video today. I will definitely be leaving Brenda's channel and the playlist listed for you below in the description box, along with info about Chalk Couture and all kinds of fun things. And I hope to see you guys next time. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe.